I was sued for 200 grand over a puddle that defied gravity. I worked as a server at a high-end steakhouse built inside a converted 19th century textile mill. Because of the historic foundation, the main dining room had a severe 3-degree slope. We constantly joked about it because if you dropped a cherry tomato, it would roll 30 feet straight into the bar. Trent was our nightmare regular. He had already gotten 2 servers fired that year by planting hairs in his food to get free meals. He was arrogant, untouchable, and treated the staff like peasants. Then corporate sent down a new regional manager, Marcus, to audit our location. Marcus immediately took a liking to Trent. They played golf on weekends. Suddenly, Trent's complaints carried weight, and Marcus put me on a final warning for a poor attitude, simply because I refused to comp Trent's $300 bar tab. 2 days later, during peak Friday service, Trent walked past my section, threw his arms up, and violently slammed into the floor. He started screaming, clutching his neck. I ran over. Trent was lying in a large, perfectly round puddle of soapy water. Marcus rushed out of the kitchen, immediately snapping photos on his phone. He pointed at me, screaming in front of the whole restaurant that I had carelessly left a mop spill untreated. As paramedics loaded Trent onto a stretcher, Marcus fired me on the spot. Trent looked up from the gurney, dropped the paint act for 1 second, and whispered to me, "Should have just comped the drinks, kid. Now I'm taking everything you own." A month later, I was hit with a massive personal injury lawsuit. But Trent wasn't just suing the restaurant, he was suing me personally for gross negligence, and his star witness was Marcus. They weren't just a manager and a customer. They were brothers-in-law. They had orchestrated the entire slip and fall to drain the corporate insurance policy and squeeze me into a panic settlement. Marcus thought he was untouchable. He submitted his high-resolution incident photos to the insurance adjusters to fast-track the payout, thinking they proved my guilt. Instead, those photos destroyed him. When the corporate investigator reviewed the pictures of Trent lying in that perfect circular puddle, she noticed a glaring physical impossibility. On a floor with a 3-degree slope, water does not pool. It streaks rapidly downward. The only way a perfectly round puddle could exist under Trent's back was if he laid down on a dry floor, and then squeezed a water bottle directly under his shirt so the wood soaked it up. The investigator came to the restaurant, poured a glass of water on that exact spot, and filmed it run straight toward the bar. Real consequences take time, and this took 5 grueling months. The insurance company didn't just deny the claim, they handed the file to the state prosecutor. Corporate fired Marcus the morning the police arrived to arrest him for felony fraud. Trent's fake back injury miraculously vanished the moment he was indicted. They both pled guilty to avoid prison time, but Trent was ordered to pay back $40,000 in investigation costs, forcing him to sell his house. I got my job back with full back pay. But the best part was sitting in the back of that courtroom, watching Trent realize his own fake puddle had drowned him.